name is Clinton Kirkpatrick. I'm an artist and a community artist based in Belfast, and I have had the absolute privilege of working with Terra Nova Productions for many years. My history with Terra Nova goes back to 2014, whenever I first was introduced to the company via their Arrivals 2 project, and I had responded to like an open call out to go to like a weekend, a Masterclass weekend, and I was very curious and intrigued by what this was, but at the time, obviously as a community artist, I was looking for work and looking for spaces to facilitate that, and I went along to this weekend that was quite extraordinary in many ways. It was so far outside of anything I'd ever experienced before. Obviously I'm a visual artist, so stepping into a very different language of performing arts and drama, and that Masterclass weekend was really quite something for me. It was very challenging, it was very intimidating, but it was also very fascinating, and the beginning really of what is now a long history with the company. I went on to run workshops for Arrivals 2, and then I did a few workshops for Arrivals 3D, Mi Mundo, and then I came back to work with Terra Nova and EastSide Arts a few years later for their home project, the second home project, and I went on to work on the second, third and fourth home project. And then more recently, I've sort of been involved in The Trumpet and the King when I came back in 2022 and sort of worked alongside that show. And I've recently just finished working with Terra Nova to help them celebrate their 15th birthday. And yeah, so that's my history with the company. For me, there are many moments that have really kind of stood out in my mind. I think the Arrivals 2, like I mentioned before, was memorable in the sense that it was so different to anything that I'd ever really experienced before. So that's why it kind of is memorable in that way. But it was also brilliant. It was also brilliant being in a room full of these extraordinary artists, actors, writers, community members, and the emotion that was felt. I'm a very emotional person, and being able to be in that sort of space and soaking in all of these different kind of emotions and feelings and scenarios, it was just quite something. But it also kind of like it paved the way for me to retain links with this company, and then obviously being invited back to the home project. Those were so brilliant for me because I got to go in and actually work with a group of people, young artists, so young visual artists, and mentor them. And there's something really lovely for me about being able to be a guide or a teacher and to be able to facilitate a space for young people to learn and to be creative and to hone in on ideas and also kind of then create like a final showcase. Those projects were so memorable and so brilliant, and each of them, the home project 2 I think was called Food for Thought, and the third one was called Small Worlds, and the fourth was called Belonging, and they're all subjects that I'm really interested in. So it was really lovely being able to kind of work with these young people and explore concepts, explore themes, and also teach them about community arts and what that looks like, and then work towards like a final show. The showcases were brilliant, really, really brilliant, and really memorable. So yeah, there have been many moments, and then also kind of like, I guess for me, something that's really memorable as well about Terra Nova or the work is really the people that you get to kind of encounter along the way. There is a vast network within this company that is really quite beautiful, and there are a lot of people that I have met that are just wonderful people, extraordinarily creative, talented, and I am absolutely delighted that I've got to be a part of that over the years. Why is Terra Nova Productions important? I think Terra Nova Productions, I believe Terra Nova Productions is important, vitally important, to facilitate and create spaces of conversation for societies and communities that we all need. I know for me, sort of like as a facilitator and artist, as I kind of walk through life, you know, I'm a bit of an observer, and then every once in a while there are people like Andrea or organizations or companies like Terra Nova that come along and just offer something uniquely different, but uniquely interesting. The whole essence of what Terra Nova is and their intercultural kind of mission, and creating that space of conversation, of crossovers between cultures, and whenever we meet, mix, interlink, and then develop from, you know, is just a really important conversation. It's like, you know, Terra Nova seemed to me to literally address the issues, the important issues that is kind of like the fabric of society, or the fabric of the world that we live in, and almost kind of an idea of, a hopeful idea of what is for the future as well. It's hopeful. I find a lot of hope in Terra Nova. I just think it's a vitally important company, and I think that the work that they do is brilliant, and it's interesting, and it's fun, and it's engaging, but also it's a space where we all learn from, and I just think that is brilliant. What 3 words? There are too many words to describe Terra Nova, but I think, sort of off the top of my head, maybe extraordinary is my first, family, and beautiful. So yeah, they're my 3 words: extraordinary, family, and beautiful.